What's up, everybody? Hoping you can hear me okay. Just checking my audio mixer. Yeah, sounds like we're doing pretty good. Looks like we're doing pretty good. I can't hear me, but I can see the audio meter and it's bouncing around happily, so I think we're good. Welcome to the Devstream 2 live stream, where I'm going to continue work on my game Bygone. Today we're going to be drawing a little bit and coding a little bit. We're going to draw the main villain of our game in a sort of like summoning pose. I'm not exactly sure what I'm picturing for this, but like I think he's going to be like levitating up above the ground, and he's going to sort of like summon bad guys that'll come out of the ground. I've got this hand animation already drawn, so I think that'll be cool. We're also going to be looking at coding some, just lowering my audio a little bit so I don't clip so bad. We're going to be looking at drawing a crashing ship, like a ship that's on fire crashing through the atmosphere, and then we're going to integrate that into the title screen of the game. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get on into it. All right, so I think we are set. Oh, hold on. What's that saying? Hang on. Let me just fix the chat real quick. Let's see. I want sources, chat. Try and chat disabled for this live stream. Oh, it's probably the old one still. So let's just grab this and change this. Now, do we have chat now? Yeah, there we go. There's the chat. Nice. So yeah, first thing I want to do is draw the villain summoning hands. Although the meta first thing I want to do is see if I can make these checkboxes, because I'm pretty sure GitHub has a thing for that. So doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo. Let's see, check boxes, task list, there we are, update. Boom, now I can check them off. What's up? Cool. I got a cough, but I don't want to deafen anyone. Pardon me. So let's bust open a sprite, get into our villain animation, and start using my tablet. Yes. Oh, interesting. It seems to be stretching between my two screens, so I've got kind of a more limited space, but it's okay. I just have to be cognizant of that. It should be fine enough. So yeah, so far we've got a floating animation, which is kind of him just floating in midair. It's like his idle stance, basically. We have an animation for when he emerges and out of the ground. We've got a kick animation for when he teleports behind the player and kicks. We've got him getting damaged, and we've got him evading, which is him like getting cut in half for some reason. I don't quite remember why I did it that way, but apparently that's how I did it, so you know. Let's go option N, I think. Nope, hang on, option B. There it is. Then we'll just change this back to 28. Turn on onion skinning. Oops, if I can aim. Turn on onion skinning. Now this is gonna be his like floating up in the air, summoning shit animation, right? So get my line tool ready and equip my black color. So let's just start like with the hat, seems reasonable. So I'll just kind of actually zoom it in a little. Oops. Oh, nice. I actually have a hotkey for making new frames. That's handy. Didn't realize I had that, but okay. Zoom it in a little more. Get the timeline out of the way. So, let's see. We'll start with his hat, and I want it to be not so much, I don't want it to be so kind of tilted in this instance. I want it to be more centered. So let's kind of maybe just standard top hat, except a little too high. So let's see. This actually feels a bit weird. Let's try this. Yeah, just straight across like that, and then down, even it out on the other side. And dump, oops, where's my dump tool at? Is the dump tool not working? Has it got the right color? Oh, and maybe it's on weird shading mode. Ink, yeah, lock alpha, there we go, that's the one. Oops, I want the straight line. And so he doesn't have a face, so that's really all it needs to be for the hat. I think his arms like outstretched would be kind of cool, right? So like, let's do this one first. Oh yeah, maybe in like up a little bit, so it's almost got a bit of a puppeteer vibe. That'd be kind of cool. Zoom in even more. Really got to switch the zoom hotkeys around because they're kind of the opposite of what they are on the keyboard, so it makes it awkward. So actually, if his shoulders are there, I think that's out a little too far, but let's go like up to about here, and then down like this, and out. That seems about right. There, like that. And then I'm thinking his sort of jacket will be like billowing around in the wind, right? And it'll probably get raised up a bit too. Would make sense. So let's have it a little higher. Still kind of wrapping his body though, so maybe like that. And then just connect it there. Dump in there. Now for his tie, I don't want it to be tilted at all. I want it to be like head on. So let's start it in the same position. Only this time it'll be to about there and it'll be even Steven. So let's do it like that. And there you go. Now his tie is perfectly centered. That looks legit to me. And then really I could just probably get away with mirroring the other side of his jacket for this first frame. So let's do that. Go whoop, snag that. Oh no, hold on. Snag that, copy that, paste it, and then I think it's Shift H. Yeah, there we are. Nice. Does look a little wider than his regular stance, so maybe let's trim down a little bit of his jacket. Let's say looks a little too wide to me, so maybe trim that. Maybe just trim that whole thing. That looks pretty good. So that was from here down. Did I do it too far? Yeah, I did it too far. This one. Oops. There we go. Not bad. It does look a little uneven, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Or it was, but yeah, let's leave it a little uneven. So it's like maybe one side is higher than the other. I think that makes sense in my head. A little bit higher. Maybe I could even do something like this, right? Like take one side, the higher side in my mind, raise it by 1 pixel, and then this side, which I think actually just made it even. So it wasn't even before, which is interesting, but that already looks good. That looks better. So let's stick with that. And this just occurred to me too. Because I want him to be kind of looking down, I'm gonna move his hat down a few pixels and then make it so we can see the brim of it a little more. Right? Bear with me here. So like it would probably be starting right from there and then like to there. Maybe. Let's see. Does that look weird? I don't know. Maybe it only looks weird because you wouldn't be seeing that without seeing that. Yeah, that looks alright. Just see if I take it off here a little. Just maybe extend that out. That looks pretty good, I think. Zoom it out and see how it looks zoomed out. Yeah, I like that. It makes it look like even though he doesn't have a face, if he did have a face, he's like looking down a little, right? So that's cool. Now, next up, we're gonna wanna do something with his pants. And like, I'm of two minds here, right? So, I'm of two minds. One part of me wants to say, have his like legs kind of splayed out too, but then the other part of me is thinking like just very similar, but oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I gotcha. I got it. We'll just do it a little bit splayed out, but then kind of like coming back around. Like start there maybe. Have a kneecap. And then kind of like back in and down to a point. Like that. And then, so then it almost, in my mind, is gonna look like he's sort of leaning back, or his legs are tilted back. So let's see how this looks. Now, get that out there. Let's see how this comes around. I think this will be okay. This should work. Maybe 1 pixel there. Now, that looks okay, but it looks really low to me. So let's maybe just add a couple lines, 1 or 2 lines of black. Oops. Not the entire canvas, but a couple lines of black right around here. Now does that, my question now is that gonna make him look discontinuous from the other versions of him? So like damage, not really actually, a little bit, but let's see. So like from there to there. Yeah, it's not really ideal, so maybe just, let's see that. Let's see how this looks now. That to that. Actually, that looks good. You know, maybe just thicken them up a little, and I think we're good. Even if not, really. Oops, what am I doing? I'm making a bunch of frames. That's what I'm doing. I need to be zooming in. Okay, let's see. Just beef this out a little. And then maybe cut away so he's got a bit more of a knee. Yeah, that looks better. I think the other one might just be good. Maybe just like one extra pixel right there. And maybe there. So 2 extra pixels. And then we'll take away that one and that one. That to me looks good. See if the zoomed out version agrees. Like, I think I'm definitely gonna have to emphasize his billowing cloakness. Maybe it's the cloak that I'm not liking. I mean, part of the goal of this character is to make him look not human, so yeah, I think his cloak just needs to go up a little bit, so let's do that. Let's start there. Maybe that seems a little excessive, so maybe just like that. Nope. Like that. And something similar on this side. See how this looks now. It's a little better. I still say his cloak might be dangerously low. I think I'm happy with that. So now I just need to kind of redraw him a few times and do some of the effectual stuff I've been doing on him, just to make it look like he's kind of idling up there. So that's kind of easy now that we've got him figured out in this position. Get rid of the timeline, I won't need that for a bit. I think hat will remain the same, so I'll just go back in and paste all that in. But now we'll say like move his arm from here maybe. Just kind of move his arm in a pixel-ish. And I mean, he's wearing sleeves, so it doesn't have to be perfect, you know? Then if his arm's moving up, sort of in, maybe in and up slightly. So then we'll get his coat moving in and up as well. Right. Alright, so there you are. That side's pretty well good. Tie, I also want to stay static in this animation. Move my coffee over here so I can drink coffee at will. Now, round out his shoulder a little maybe, but then this one maybe could go down. Or, actually maybe they could both go up. I kind of like that better, just not as aggressively. Up and in, and then back down. seems like a good idea for the motion here. So let's see, let's get this like kind of swinging in almost. And then, yeah, get that in there. Forgive me a moment, I just want to make sure I actually hit go live on YouTube. I did, so that's cool. Alright. Good. I did hit go live. Excellent. Just nervous, bro. I'm nervous nobody's watching. 'Cause nobody cares. That's cool, though. I'm just doing this for me. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? There we go. So we got that side, Maybe just a pixel there to even it out a bit. Straighten it out, I should say. Now, I think I want this to realistically remain around the same. So we'll just maybe do that. But then I'm not really sure what his legs are going to be doing. So let's think about that for a minute. If his arms are kind of going up like this, my instinct says his legs should almost be like straightening out slightly. So let's make that happen. Right, so we'll like start there, kind of dip in a little, straighten that one out a bit, make it go down a little, like pixel further. This one will be a little bit more intense. Still just think 1 pixel would be good. So let's see here. I think I'm gonna want to mess with that a little bit, but let's just fill everything in, see where we at. All right, doesn't look terrible. This looks a little off, so let's maybe extend that up by a couple. Nah, that now looks like his knee's up there, so I guess down is probably the answer, but not that far down. Let's see. Coffee break. Maybe I should try and find that preview window. That actually seems hella useful. View, preview, preview. That's what I'm talking about. Right, put that up there. And then mark this tag, and then we can just watch it as we're doing it. That seems OP. We'll call this villain summon. This will be his summoning animation for when he's flying up in the air and summoning things, right? So before I hit play on that preview, I would like to just copy in, oops, that's right, and then copy in the hat and the bow tie, just so it doesn't like look gross in the preview image. Paste that in there. I actually think honestly just leaving those exactly as they are would be good. So let's copy that. Paste that there, and let's see what we're looking at so far. Yeah, so it's a little bit too shaky. I also think maybe we could move his bow tie up by a pixel. So let's do that. Looks interesting. Maybe the hat could go down. Just down. No, I don't want the hat to go down yet. And I think the bow tie actually should stay static, at least on this first frame. So now, let's go ahead and make a new frame. Oops, I'll just include it in the tag. And let's just mess with it a little, right? So on this one, I think we'll have the bow tie go up, and even the hat could go up a little bit. There, that's interesting. It's kind of cool, actually. I wonder if I just duplicate this, and then now we've got it. It's a bit slower, which is okay, but then what if we, move that right inside of that tag. Can we get that? Come on, precision. Okay, let's just try moving this one over then. Yeah, I think we need a little bit more of a change up in his body, which could happen on the last two frames, right? So we got that one, that one, that one, that one. It's back down. And like when he's going back down, maybe, I've got an idea. So we can just, first of all, cut out his arms. And then, oops, I did not mean to open Discord. Get out of here, Discord. All right. Maybe I should full screen this. There we go, that's better. So now, let's see. We'll go, I'm thinking just like out a little more. Like he's kind of relaxing them almost. So wait, no, if he's relaxing them, I think they should go out a little. So maybe just very slight elbow, very slight elbow, and then kind of somewhere here. And then same story on this side. Sort of somewhere between the other two frames is what I'm thinking. That'll probably blend really nicely. Right, so there we got that. Now let's just fill it in and have a look at the preview. See, that looks okay. Looks better already. I think I've got a stray pixel somewhere in there. Oops. Get out of here. Get out of here. I got a few stray pixels, but I'm not sure. Does it, in the preview, does it show onion skinning? No, it doesn't. That's kind of what I figured. Where's that stray pixel? Well, there's one. Oh, I see. The stray pixel is my cursor. That's interesting. All right, no worries. So, I think I just want to do something with his legs that's a little different on the last frame here. So let's just, oopsie, delete the legs. Delete the legs, and that's where they were. So now I think maybe his arms are relaxing, so maybe like his legs could straighten even a little further would be interesting. So let's go even straighter. Okay, so there's one. Oops. Hey, get out of here. Stop that. There we go. His legs kind of just look like they're twitching around now. I think it's got to be a little more dramatic. So let's take this guy. Shimmy him over one. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. And maybe this frame, up, down. Maybe we can just snag that frame. Paste, hold on. Snag that frame, paste it in there. No, what am I doing? Come on, buddy. Oh, stop with that shit, man. How? This is my only beef with A-Sprite is like the sprite or the frame management is really tricky to get your head around. There we are. That's what I was trying to do. Now we'll just have to move that in there, move that over by one, and yeah, that seems like a pretty good creepy sort of floating pose. All right, so now I just need to get some of his effects on there. I don't really remember how I did those, but looks like I'm doing, so first of all, just spray work. And then on the next frame, I'm going to like that lighter gray. I just don't remember which one I used. I've got 4 here, and I almost guarantee you it's not 4. But I get it though. It's like flashing gray, going back to black, pixels. Okay, maybe I don't get it. Let's turn items getting off for a moment. There we go. Let's see. So now we go flash gray, black, darker black. All right. So now for this, I'm gonna do that flashing effect first, or attempt to anyway. So we'll do shading on the fill tool. Select all of these. See what happens if I do that. Okay, nothing. So now let's reverse the shade. There we go. Now that's something. So we'll, on this first one, we'll leave it black. Second one, we will make it light gray. Next one after that, we'll make it maybe light gray and the darker one. Yeah, nice. And that can be black again. And then I think this would make sense as like that sort of middle dark. actually. It looks a little more flickery like this. I like that. That's kind of cool. There we go. So now you can see in the preview here, he's kind of pulsing this, his color is sort of pulsating. So that's part of it. So now let's go for the spray tool, zoom it on out a little. And I think realistically I could probably just start, like what happens if I select all of these with the spray tool? What options do we get? Shading or just lock alpha? Let's try lock alpha. Can you, does it do anything? So it's not doing anything, that's weird. So that's probably the simple ink. Why don't we just use simple ink, select all the colors and see what happens. Well, okay, so it's just using the first color, but that's a start, right? Now we're on this one. Let's do a little bit of the black. And maybe some of the lighter gray. Kind of have it going off a little as if there's wind. That looks okay. Now, this is the darker black. So I think we'll have a little bit of the past frame black in this sort of contrail here. Seems extreme on the frame, but it actually looks okay on the preview here. And that's actually probably fine. Now, in this one, we'll switch to the last one, which was this darker black. Or I mean the whatever shade black. Kind of have it come back around. Maybe shoot out a little. And then on this last frame, I'm tempted to just do nothing, but just a little bit maybe. Kind of like reconciling around him. Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's a solid looking animation right there. The only thing I'm noticing is that I'm being really picky and I shouldn't sweat the small details so much because I think that looks good. Let's have a look. This is at 500%. Let's zoom it out to where it'll be in the game, which is 300. Yeah, I think that looks solid. I'm good. I'm good, baby. Yeah, so that's cool. Let's save that. Export it if I can remember how. Oh God, why is it? Oh man. Hang on, where are we saving it? Yeah, it's saved in the right spot, but all the export settings are missing, so we'll have to account for that. So we want packed, ignore empty, sure. Source sprite, visible layers, all frames, split layers, split. No, actually, I don't care about that, but I do want this, trim cells. I want 2 for the padding, because I always find that works best with phaser. Output file, villain.png, that's probably where it's not should be, where it shouldn't be. So let's go to Bygone, public, sprites, yeah, and that's where the villain is in there. So yes, we will replace it. Same with the JSON data. That should not be in there, it should be in here. Let's see. Sprites, villain, JSON, replace yes. Oops. Frame. I'm pretty sure that's still relevant. Item file name frame, item tag name tag, export. And there you are. We now should have well, we do. We've drawn our villain summoning hands. I mean, I've already got the hands drawn, so I feel good about checking that off. 1 of 4 tasks. Done. Now, just boot up the dev server. Now we're gonna switch over into some coding, which should be a little fun. I'm gonna, actually no, here, I'll pause the music for a moment and I will show y'all where we're at with the game. So now, it's got this nice little preloader. You hit launch v0.2 and it brings up the title screen, which is still pretty basic, but that's something I want to address in today's stream. Hit in there. All right. A nice little guitar riff by my buddy.
Damage report. I said damage report.
With all due respect, sir, cool your jets.
I don't have time for this.
Intro dialogue now featuring fire.
I understand that tensions are
That doesn't actually damage you, but it's fire nonetheless.
But I advise you to take a deep breath and keep calm.
I've also coded in a spatial audio system, so you'll notice it's based on the camera's position relative to the source of the sound. So when we're near the fire, you can hear the crackling, but as I move away, it gets quieter. He's going to start talking in a sec, but
My sensors indicate very little organic life in this desert. However,
you can still like just hear the crackling, so that's the spatial audio-ness.
Perhaps it's an outpost of some kind.
Right, so now, just making sure there wasn't anything random on my stream I forgot to update, because I'm anxious boys.
Life form ahead.
Anyway,
Seems
not
harmless.
that anxious. So yeah, then there's this guy up here, this little crab thing. Notice I'm using that same spatial audio effect to sort of illustrate like the character's sense of anxiety. So it's like the closer you get, the more in danger he feels, and the more the music swells. Although this guy is actually not a threat, and you're not supposed to hurt him. He literally can't hurt you. Now we're back to safety, calm music. Now this is where it gets interesting. You start hearing that danger music again. And then when it swells, out comes our boss. Or literally the one enemy in the game you actually have to fight. He teleports behind you and kicks at the swell of the music, and he's really easy to beat right now, so that's something I want to work on. But anyway, once you get him beaten and you spare his life by not destroying his hat when he falls on the ground, and you haven't hurt the crab, well, haven't killed the crab rather, you can hit him, but it doesn't matter. Then you get the good ending, which is a nice little tree at the end.
I wonder how it's alive all the way out here. Curious.
And that's the game thus far. So let's see. With testing this, I am gonna just enable a little flag I put in here to skip the intro. Set that to true. If skip intro. You know what, I'm also just gonna code into the HUD that it doesn't have to do any of this junk in the beginning. Yeah, right here, parent scene skip intro. Setting all the alphas to 0, activating Roberto. So let's go back to that function. Activate Roberto, and we set him to following. We'll say if this dot skip intro is false. We'll do all the normal stuff. Actually, he's going to follow you regardless, so that can stay out of there. But otherwise, we'll just set that intro gate to active false, and let's see what happens. So now with that true, I think it's true. Yeah, it's true. So with that true,
My sensors indicate
yeah,
very
he
little
still,
organic life in this desert.
he does still
However,
speak, which I'm kind of
There
hoping
seems to
to
be a
mitigate.
large concentration 10 kilometers out.
Perhaps it's an outpost. of
Right,
some
because
kind.
that would be, oh, hold on, I missed something there in the activate Roberto. Oh yeah, right, I'm not playing any of the music, and I'm not showing the hearts. So let's throw that in there, right there. All right, so now, shouldn't speak, or no, he'll still speak, but
My sensors indicate very little organic life in this desert.
okay, so then I just need
There
to
seems to be a large
find where he's
concentration.
saying however, that is Roberto, line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roberto, 5. There it is. Story stepper, right. So let's just say we're not going to bother with any of this. We'll say if not this dot skip intro, collapse that, collapse that, collapse that. All of these guys can go into here. Now let's try it. Okay, so that's good, except we don't have our little diagram, or our little how far away we are. So that tells me that's somewhere in the story stepper, which I think is here. Yeah, right here. So let's just put that up in the activate Roberto function. Now let's see how it looks. That's better. Should probably rename it to not skip intro, but like skip intro. We'll call this skip intro. We'll replace it with what would be a better term for this? Not skip intro, but like dev mode. Yeah, let's do that. Replace all. Correct. So now it's dev mode. So if we're in development mode, you don't, there's a lot of shit that changes. That's cool. I like that. I like that good. All right. So now right, that's the last thing I want to fix, is that you can see the camera's actually centered on him. And I don't love that. I would prefer it to be the same as it would be as if you didn't have it in dev mode. So yeah, I think for that, what we're gonna have to do, set X. Okay, let's do this dot hero set Y 0 and see what happens. It's gonna fall out of the sky, but that's okay. Yeah, there we go. Now it's still doing it. Oh, okay, so it's because I haven't set the bounds, I think. Yeah, right there. That delayed call. That's what we need. Set the bounds. There we are. Let's try it now. There, this should be better. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see the hero is kind of more at the bottom of the screen as opposed to in the middle. Nice, and now we can test this stuff right out the gate. And we can get to work. So I think the first thing I want to do is have him summoning the hands, these like grabby hands that come out of the ground. And I've actually already coded that up for a previous version, but I'm gonna remove it. Or maybe I already did. Yeah, I think I already deleted it, but that's okay. So let's just do some housekeeping here. Close out of the title, the HUD, the boot, the demo, FFmpeg, because I'm not going to need that right now, and fire. Yeah, I don't need the fire either. Let's see. So villain. So let's see. We'll find where, I think it's teleport is the function where he, yeah, the camera flashes, his velocity changes, da 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 da. That's if his alpha is greater than 2, and I'm kind of just hackily using his alpha as his health, but it works. And it also does the visual effect I'm after, so like, it's cool. It works for me. One thing I think I do want to do is make his defense higher, so ergo make him do less damage and dodge a little bit more readily. So where, this is his evade rate. Nice, nice. So let's set that to like 12. So that should make him evade a bit more readily. See how that feels. Just see if it feels like too much. Like, see, it still feels quite, he's not that evasive, is he? It's a little better, and it will increase the lower the health he has. Shit, got me. I guess I should keep that in mind, though, is that, well, yeah, that was still way too easy. So let's do 15. Try that. All right, let's try this. Here we go. Now we're at 15 for his evade rate. When he's healthy, he's still taking a lot of hits, but he's not dodging at all. Now he's dodging. Let's see how yeah. Because I don't want it to be annoying either. Like, I don't want it to be so dodgy that you just can't beat him, really. Yeah, like, see, now this is, oh. But now he's dead, so that wasn't so bad, but we did snag an error. What's going on here? This.ease is not a function. Where's that coming from? Oh, from pan, the camera panning. So that would be in demo. Doesn't tell me what scene I'm in. I think I know where that's coming from. Demo end encounter. Camera.pin. Oh yeah, I spelled linear wrong. Did I? Let's just put undefined. Let it default to whatever it wants to default to and see if that still happens. So I just gotta beat him real quick, which is good. Extra testing for his evasiveness, which still isn't feeling quite enough to me. Because, like, I'm just hammering on him and he's not dodging me at all. Yeah, okay, so that fixes that. I must have just misspelled linear or something. That's cool, though. That's fixed. It's weird to me that that never happened before, but whatever. It's cool. Evade rate. Yeah, between 1 and the evade rate. So, yeah, increasing the evade rate should... Oh, hold on. No. I am doing it in the wrong direction. Let's try 7. Because this is like, it'll make him... Yeah, I had that backwards. My bad. Okay, let's try it now. See what 7 evade rate feels like. Okay, so he's up. That was a dodge. That was a dodge. dodge, that was a dodge, so starting to get a little annoying. Because he's not even, yeah, 7, well, it's okay. Let's just play this out. He hasn't done any damage to me yet, so he's not actually difficult to, yeah, like I've almost got him now. Oh, bugger. Oh, shoot. Like, it's on the precipice of being annoying now. Yeah, this is getting annoying. So maybe 7 is 1 too low, and I had it set to 9 before, so let's try 8. 8 times alpha. Whatever that weird math I had going on there was. Let's see here. How's this gonna feel? So we're getting, landing some hits when he's healthy. Got out of there quick though. Got me. Shit. Yeah, this, I think 8 feels right, because now he's going to be hella dodgy, but if I can land like just a couple more hits on him, he's toast. And he is like a boss, basically. Like, every encounter in this game is effectively a boss fight, so... Just don't want him to be, like, now 8 even... Yeah, you know what? I think I had it right for the evasive rate 9. Because, like, I was still beating him when it was 9 and not just getting frustrated. But I'm getting frustrated now, so, you know, that's a thing. I also kind of want to make it so that the backslash like does more damage, because it is faster to just hammer him with a single slash. I should probably do that. Wonder if he fell. Nope. There it is. Got him. So okay, 9. 9's the answer. I had it right. Shouldn't have doubted that. Oh. Oh, that's funny. I accidentally activated the face tracking on my camera. Check this out. Check it out. Oh, no, wrong camera now. Right, so it's literally just, oh, there we go. We're back. Huh. It's actually kind of a vibe. I don't mind it. Just have that face tracking going. Sure, why not? Now, let's see. My thoughts. What were my thoughts? Good Lord. So every time he respawns, this is, I don't think I need that. So if he's visible, so overlap. So that would be in the teleport function. Teleport is the function we're calling when the music swells and he takes action, which is currently how it's going to work for the first encounter. So let's do, first of all, we'll say const, let's say like, move index equals math dot between. So for this first encounter, it's going to have to change. That's kind of the issue here. So we'll say teleport, probably want to set like an actual variable on him. So let's just say this dot level equals 1. So he's level 1 in the first encounter, right? So in the teleport function, we'll say, oh, yeah, here's how we can do this. We can just say between 0 and this dot level. If we're starting with level 1, and he's only going to have, if he's, maybe level times 2, because I would like him to have like an almost exponential growing amount of attacks he can pull. And let's just say, so this dot alpha greater than equal to 2. Yeah, so that's he's not knocked down yet. Now this is the first of the, this is him just teleporting behind you and kicking. So we'll say if move index equals 0, do this 0 attack, else if move index equals 1, we'll do like his summon, I don't know how to spell summon, summon hands, else if move index equals 2, something else. We'll just console.log or console.warn. Move index, we'll say move index not implemented. Actually, better idea, let's just make this in an else statement, and then it'll just always warn me if I haven't implemented that move index. Let's try it. Or, well, hold on. Console.log summon. So this is definitely going to spice up the gameplay a bit, is that, in my mind anyway, is that every time he teleports, there's going to be a different move he can do, and it won't always be the same. It'll be just like evenly random. So here we go. Let's see if we can get it to say something other than him kicking me in the butt. There you go, that was summon, right? Nice, okay. And there's a couple generic things we can get. So like setting his body X velocity to 0, like just resetting that. Oh, pardon me. Sorry if that was deafening for anyone. Okay. So setting his, yeah, so we're just, the flash, of the camera flash and the stopping his dodge, basically, is going to be the same, regardless. I wonder if I could, like, scale the amount he dodges, because that would be kind of sick. Based on its level, I feel would be a good move there. So summon, there you go. We hit summon that time, but the flash was still played. The flash still played. There you go, got him. So he's still not that hard to beat, which is good, because this is the first encounter. And now we need to code up the second encounter. So for the second encounter, we'll just say this dot set position. And actually, why don't we, because I'm probably going to reuse this a bit, move that out of there. So we'll say set position X and let's just get X and Y. So that's referring to the player X and Y. X or Y minus 50. Let's see how that looks, and then we'll say this dot play key villain, shit, what do we call it? Villain summon, I think, if I spelled it right. We'll find out in a moment. Loop true. Let's see how this looks. This, now he should just teleport up into the air The only thing I'm not sure of is if I made it so that he actually like, I don't know, we'll see. I might have done it too high. 50 pixels might be a lot at this scale. I really am not sure. Okay, summon. Oh, move not implemented too. Okay, so we got a not implemented. That's good. That's handy. Oh, there you go. Cool. So I got the repeat wrong, but 50 is definitely too low. So we'll do 150 perhaps. And yeah, I always forget this. It's not loop true, it's repeat -1 to loop something in phaser. Oops, what am I doing? I wanted to clear that. Here we go. Oh, perfect, yes. And he still kind of watches us, so maybe that's, oh, and he's still up there summoning. Okay, that's interesting. Which makes sense. But the thing is, I do want him to almost like consistently come down at least like between turns. So that'll be something I'll have to implement. But while I'm doing that, there's another thing I want to do, which is to go into the demo and figure out how I made smoother step. Yeah, this one here. Now I think somewhere in here I got to be time step, like accounting for the delta time. But I don't know how that works, dude. Would it be divided? Let's try something here. Times time divided by delta. See if that smooths it out a little. This isn't actually going to affect the enemy yet. This is just more the robot. Yeah, no, see, now that's like right up in my grills. Maybe it's divided by delta time? Divided by delta time. Let's try that. Because I've just noticed that sometimes on phones, so now he's just nowhere. Yeah, whatever. I'll deal with that some other time. I don't really feel like working on that right now. But we'll do this. Snag, actually just, whatever. Snag that. And we'll say, ooh, that's an idea. We'll say this dot move index equals 0. And in the teleport function, if I can find that here, in the teleport function, we're going to refer to this as, not there, I want that one, that one, that one, and that one will be this dot move index. That's weird. Oh, no, it's not. This dot move index. There we go. And then what I can do to, first of all, make it so that he always lands on the ground between moves is I can say this dot move index will say this dot move index greater than 0 question mark 0 or that. So if it's greater than 0, it'll make it 0. If it's 0 or less, it'll make it something else. That should work. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was have like an update moves that require an update loopo. If this dot move index equals 1. Let's say Paste that code in. Speed can be even less, actually. Let's do it like 0.5, because I don't want him to follow us fast. We'll say dx speed Roberto x. That would be this dot x. Hero dot x minus 20. I don't think so. That'll just be hero dot x, or in this case t dot x, because that's the target. And let's try that. Oh wait, no. This dot set x dx. Is that how I did it in the demo? Let's find out. Yep, dx dy. Okay. Let's try this. So now if all is well, he should alternate between teleporting above us or doing nothing and then staying on the ground. So he'll come back and land on the ground between his like mega attacks, basically. There you go. So that was a normal attack. Now if we get lucky and he goes up and teleports again. So there you go. That was another regular attack. I'm not going to beat him up too bad because I want to actually test this. It's always fun testing random stuff. There we go. Nice. And now he's following us around. I almost feel, yeah, like he shouldn't be flipping in the if it's. So let's say not defeated and this dot move index equals 0 for now. I can always change that later. So now he's only going to flip to look at us when he's standing on the ground. But if he's floating up there, he'll just kind of creepily hover above us, which is what I'm going for here. Some Castlevania vibes. Right, so now, boom, 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 boom. There. That was a stayed on the ground move. See what happens here. Nope, still stayed on the ground. Let's see. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Still on the ground. There isn't actually a game over sequence coded into this yet, so if I run out of hearts, it's not really a big deal. There we go. So now he's above us. I do think he's moving a little too slowly for this. So let's maybe increase that speed a little bit. Let's just put it to 0.1. See what that looks like. Double that speed. Let's try that. Punk. There we go. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, except he didn't reset his Y. That's funny. So here we need to just say set position, basically. We need to go boom, boom, set position, X, blah, blah, comma Y. So the Y of the target, I believe. That should work. There's like a chance this will be slightly off, but we'll find out. I don't think it will be. Pretty sure that I was setting the Y to the Y of the player before. Oh, except I wasn't. Okay, so Y minus 10, something like that. Actually, I can probably find out, can't I? Emerge, minus 20, there we go. There it is. This is why you don't use magic numbers, children. But I'm gonna, cause I'm a scrub. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Scrub life or no life, baby. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that was not implemented, so he's just kind of teleporting and doing nothing. He's just making the flash for effect there. Okay, that was another kick. There we go. Now he's up above us. And on this end, he should come down and kick. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. So that's cool. Now, got to do something to signify the hands coming out. Or, well, maybe let's just start on the hand logic. Which could just be, you know, I think I should make a sprite for the hand, probably realistically. Yeah, I'm not going to be lazy on this one, so we'll say hand.js. We'll go import game objects from phaser. Class hand extends sprite, and we'll just snag that out of there. Sprite equals game objects. Boop boop. Constructor. Super. Pardon me. Scene x y, or yeah, actually let's just do scene in x, because we're not really going to need to know the y, because it's always going to be relative to the player. Yeah, so super scene x. Oh, but we will need to know the player. Yeah, let's just do xy. That's easier. Xy, y, and go to the boot and figure out what the hand was. Probably up. Hand. Hand is just hand. Cool. Excellent. Hand. And I'm thinking he'll like spawn a few of them. So really all the hand needs to do, so we need to say this dot scene equals scene, just because I always do that. We'll say this dot scene dot add dot existing this dot scene dot physics dot world dot enable this, and then we'll also say this dot body set allow gravity false. Yeah, so set allow gravity is false. Cool, so that's done. Now it'll just pop up wherever we put it. Oh, I triggered my camera again. Now it's not following me again. That's funny. Anyway, so we'll do this dot da 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 da. What am I trying to do here? Right, I'm just spacing out, losing my train of thought. That's what I'm doing. Doing a damn good job. So let's see. Body dot allow gravity false. And then we'll say this dot. You know what? I actually have to go to the bathroom, so I'm just gonna say brb bathroom. I'll have to make a be right back screen in a minute here, but we'll switch to that for now. BRB bathroom. Be right back. Oh, probably help if I de-mic myself. You guys don't want to hear me in the bathroom. You don't want to hear me in the bathroom, that's for sure. Okay, but you're actually be right back now. Bye-bye. myself mic'd back up here. Something like that. Should be good. And go this headphone. Okay. I should be back now. Also, I realized it's kind of quiet because I don't have my background music playing, so let's throw that back on. That's nicer, isn't it? Nicer, isn't it? How's that? You should still be able to hear me good. Anyway, back to this. I realized also that apparently I was gonna go to this group thing, and I thought it was canceled. So I thought I had free reign to stream as long as I wanted, but I don't. So why don't we just try and blow through this hand spawning thing real quick, and then we'll I'll call the stream there, because I should probably make an appearance. This dot play. Let's first of all open up the hand and see what the key is called. So that would be in Bygone, no build, probably in sprites. Nope. Oh, desert, I think. Yeah, here we go, hand, that's it. So this is the hand, grab attack, okay. That's what we need to call it, grab dash attack. Grab dash attack. Then we'll say this dot on, animation complete. And we'll just say destroy itself, this dot destroy. Right? Seems legit. So it just spawns where it spawns, gets enabled for the physics so we can add an overlap later to the player, plays its grab attack, and then eventually goes away. So in his teleport function, oh wait, am I exporting this? I am not. Export class hand. And then we'll just go something like this. We'll say, I want to have it like probably summon 2 I think would be good for the first encounter. So we'll say summon hands const, or maybe it could be random actually as well. Yeah, we'll do const num hands equals pmath dot between, let's do 2 and 3. So there's a chance it'll go to 3. Sure. Then we'll say for let I equals 0, I equals 1, I is less than num hands. Be less than? No, be less than or equal to num hands, I plus plus. Now, we'll just say, we'll say, yeah, we'll say, do something like this, right? We'll say this dot scene dot delayed call, I believe, yep. Will be delay, which we'll calculate up here. We'll say const delay is equal to I times, we'll say 300 milliseconds spacing. So we'll say I delay, callback is thus. This will be the spawning code for our hand. So we'll just basically, we'll just say new hand. Where's hand? Okay. Import hand. Then we'll say in his spawning code here, new hand, this dot scene. We'll do it random for the X, so we'll say maybe randomly around the player. That seems fair. So we'll say const x diff equals pmath dot between negative, so at its most it'll be negative 200, at its least it'll be negative 200. You get it. Xdiff is, although actually it should probably be calculated on a per hand basis, so we'll throw it in the delayed call. So we'll say x plus xdiff. Wait, yeah, that's right. And then y will be just the y of the player, I guess. And actually that's one little thing we'll have to do in here, is we'll have to fiddle with the origin a little bit. But I think that's effectively all it needs to be for now, for the spawning code. And then we'll just say this dot set origin 0.5, so it's in the middle. Y, I'm thinking like 0.9. Let's try that. See how this looks. What time is it? 12:32. Okay, yeah, I got like 15. Well, I got like 5 minutes to get this working, and then I gotta bounce, but okay. I should probably, you know what, if I got 5 minutes to bounce, I gotta just shortcut this a little bit. We'll just say move index is 1. Move index equals 1. There we go. Now you'll hit the move we want every time. Let's see. There we go. He spawns. Bam, bam, bam. Now let's see what happens when he teleports. Ooh, we get an error. Oh, because I didn't reference that correctly. My b scene.time.delayed call. That's what we want. I still prefer to see the console right now. There we go. Let's go. Teleport now. Oh, there we go. We got a hand. We only had one, which was weird. So maybe that range is a little too wide. Let's say instead of 200, 200, let's just do like 50, 50. Because then it should sort of cluster them close too and give the player a better chance of like seeing what's going on, and then we'll see, we'll see. Oh, got two hands. There we go, nice. 50 seems dense, so let's do a 75. All right. Boink, 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 boink. Ah, there we go, we got 3 that time. That was pretty cool. I think 100 would probably be reasonable. Let's do 100. And I think the delay needs to be a little longer too, so like 500. So over the course of 1.5 seconds, all of them will spawn. I'll give you all one good demo after this too. There we go, 1, 2. So we only got 2 that time, that's all right. Yeah, that felt good. And then he'll teleport back up because I've locked that in. 2, 2. Ooh, that was like 2 in the same spot. Wonder if there's something I could do to mitigate that. Yeah, there's 2 in the same spot again. That's 2 in the same spot again. That's weird. You'd think it would be... You know what? Maybe it should just be random based on the camera. Let's see. So let's just say set position. Oh, hold on. Yeah, no, that's the guy. And then we'll say scroll X. We'll say const scroll X equals this dot scene dot cameras dot main. And then really all I need to know is the like visible width of the camera, which is going to be 720 divided by 3. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense in my mind. We'll just go with it. Cam W equals 720 divided by 3. And we'll call this X. We'll call this R offset equals pmath dot between 0 and cam W. Then it'll be scroll X plus R offset. There. Now with any luck that'll make it a little bit more of an even distribution that isn't based off of the player's position. Hopefully they'll just show up in the fight screen. That'll be a good first start. And yeah, if this works, I'm gonna be signing off after this. Well, actually regardless, I'm gonna be signing off after this test and then one full-on demonstration of what we made today. It didn't work. Damn it. Okay, so let's just say instead of cam W, like that seems right. So maybe it's the scroll X. Let's say mid, we'll say X is cam X dot mid. What was it I was using in midpoint? Cam, yeah, midpoint. Midpoint. X is cam X, midpoint. Then we'll just divide cam width. I mean, that still makes sense to call it that. So let's just say between negative cam width divided by 2 and cam width divided by 2. And then we'll say cam X plus R offset. Let's try this. This is my last debug attempt. And then if it works, I'll do a full demo and sign off. If it doesn't work, I'll just sign off because I have like 5 minutes left to be in this group that I signed up for, even though it was supposed to be canceled. Bah. Oh, there we go. We got hands. 1, 2, 3. Nice. That's already better. Perfect. All right. Full demo time. And then I'm going to sign off. Cause unmute site. Boom. Boom. All right, everybody. This is what we did today. I don't know what I just did on my stream deck, but whatever. There we go. Now he appears up there. Hands start coming out between 2 and 3 in random positions on the screen. Oh, I didn't reset the move index thing. Sheesh. There. Final demo for your consideration and ongoing support, whatever, some shit. Here we go. boss appears, we start attacking him, he can dodge, and he will dodge more readily the more damage he takes. Now he appears up there. Hands are coming out trying to get us. I wonder if I could jump high enough to hit him, but that'll be for later. Oh, that was his move not implemented, so he just stands still. See if we can get him to try and kick us, or kick me. Bam, he kicked. Oh, ow, I got hurt. Bam, got him though. Then I spared his life by leaving his hat alone. I did not fuck up his hat. And because I didn't do that, we can now get to the end of the game peacefully. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that replay buffer thing off because it seems to be just toasting my computer. Oh, and apparently it's not working anyway because I've got skip intro on. Anyhow, thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on my stream. If you did, didn't get any chat, but c'est la vie. Next time we'll be doing some more stuff. I'll schedule in the next stream later today, and I always start a GitHub issue of what we're gonna do in the stream. And actually, real quick, you know what, but yeah. So anyway, hope to see you next time. Peace out.